Good morning and welcome to today's class. Today we shall be talking about backpropagation. In the last lecture we talked about the artificial neural networks, and in this class we will learn how these artificial neural networks can be trained. Now these artificial neural networks, which could be used as an efficient classifier, can be trained or can be made to learn using backpropagation. What is backpropagation? Let us say using an example network where we have three layers, the input layer in red having two nodes x1 and x2, the middle layer, which is the hidden layer, having two nodes h1 and h2, and the final output layer in purple having two nodes again, o1 and o2. Now in this network we have, as we can see, two input signals x1 and x2 holding values 0.05 and 0.10 respectively. Now all these nodes x1 and x2, h1 and h2, o1 and o2 are connected to each other using weighted edges. Each of these edges, as we can see, from W1 to W2, W3 till W8, all of these edges are carrying weights. Now, these outputs O1 and O2 both are having values 0.01 and 0.99 respectively. It is important to mention and important to remember that we have already been given target or expected output values that we are expecting out of the two output terminals O1 and O2. These are the two values that we are trying to obtain through this network. What actually we are doing in ANN is that we are feeding the input values x1 and x2, these are the two input signals, and trying to iterate these values through these weighted edges to the hidden layers and to the output layer in such a fashion using these interconnected edges such that the final output should be 0.01 from output 1 node and 0.99 from the node O2. This is the objective. Now, when do we stop iterating through this network? It is when the output of the network is equal to the expected outputs, or it is very, very close to the output such that the error values or the difference between the expected and the target values can be ignored. Now, we know the inputs that are going into the input layer, which are clearly given to us, x1 which is 0.05 and x2 which is 0.10. Let us see what are the inputs that are being fed to this layer h1. What is the input of the h1 layer? Let us try to see. Now this layer h1 is having the input h1 in, which is calculated as W1, which is the weight of this edge, into X1, which is this input, plus W2, which is this edge, into the input X2, plus the bias that we have on this hidden layer. Just note that we have two inputs going into this node H1, this X1 and X2. These are the two inputs going in. And how are these inputs weighted or taken in? The x1 is multiplied by its weight and x2 is multiplied by the corresponding weight w2. Both of these are added, the weighted sum of the edges as we understood in the last class, plus the bias that is on this edge. This is how we calculate h1 in. Now what are b1 and b2? We have discussed already. B1 and b2 are nothing but these are biases that we apply at different layers to control the network properties. Let us substitute the values for h1 and h2, this x1 and x2 and the bias, and let us try to see what is the final value that we get. The final value of h1 in is 0.377. Fine. This is the value Let us now try to calculate what is the value of H1 out. We have already calculated the value of H1 in, that is what is going in to H1. Let us now try to calculate the value of H out. To calculate the value of H out, what we have to do is we have to substitute the value in this equation 1 upon 1 plus e raised to power minus v. In this case, minus v is equal to minus h1 in. V is equal to basically h1 in, which we have already previously calculated. This is nothing but a basic sigmoid function. We use this basic sigmoid function to calculate the value of h1 out. Substituting the value of h1 in here, we get the value of h1 out as 0.5932. Now 0.5932 is the value which will be going as input to O1. Similarly, we will calculate the value of H2 out. We will calculate the value of H2 in. Then substitute this in the basic sigmoid function like this and calculate the value of H2 out as 0.5968. From here now, we go to the next step, calculating O1 in, O1 out, O2 in, and O2 out. Now, how do we calculate O1 in? We know the two inputs that are going into O1 in. It is H1 and H2. H1 multiplied by the corresponding weighted edge, that is W5, and H2 multiplied by W8. We will add these two terms and add the bias of this layer, that is B2 equal to 0.60, and O1 in is calculated as 1.105. Similarly, we will calculate O1 out using the basic sigmoid function, and the value comes out to be 0.7513, and for O2 the value is 0.7729. Now it is important to recall that what are the expected output values? The expected output value of O1 was 0.01. What we have got here is 0.7513. The expected value of O2 similarly was